Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you fighting or flowing? You see, sometimes our belief system is the exact reason why we are struggling with obtaining or manifesting a goal. So something could be very, very well intentioned, but we internalize it and then we go the absolute extreme route. Ooh, ready for this conversation? So let me use an example, right? A lot of us have heard of the saying that hard work pays off. And so we've been taught that in order to obtain something, we have to work. And we hear the saying that no pain, no gain, right? So sometimes we think we have to constantly work, where unintentionally we're fighting. And we think that the only way to obtain this is if we truly experience some type of pain to get to the breakthrough. And a lot of times you still end up struggling with obtaining what you want. And that's because what you're doing is not in alignment with what you want. Okay, so once you decide what it is that you want, you have to trust and believe that it will be delivered to you. So in a spiritual sense, right, we talk about God, the universe, source, your higher self, your core self, right? Whatever it is, whatever terminology that you want to use, you understand that when you ask for it, it will be delivered. In a science and psychology sense, we talk about your mindset, we talk about your RAS. And so your RAS is your reticular activating system. It's that part of your brain that filters out all of the noise around you to help you stay motivated on your goal. And it also looks for everything that's going on around you and tries to connect the dots to help you accomplish your goal. So whether you're looking at it in a spiritual sense or you're looking at it in a scientific sense, understand once you get clear on what you want, either your higher self, God, the universe, or your brain is going to help you accomplish it. So using this example of hard work pays off. Sometimes we're fighting for something and we're like, I'm not getting anywhere, right? This is why you feel emotionally and even physically drained. And because what you're doing is just not in alignment with what you want. Y'all, sometimes, let me tell you, honestly, you're just trying too damn hard. You're trying to force something that is not there. And this could be applied to any area of life, right? It could be applied to relationships, friendships, business partnerships, sales, whatever it is that you want in this world, right? Where you find yourself constantly putting in all this effort and you're like, I'm doing every single thing and I'm still not obtaining it. It's because, number one, this is not what you truly want and you're forcing it upon yourself. So you're always going to feel this level of resistance. You're always going to feel it pulling away from you. And it's pulling away from you, you guys, because it ain't what you want in the first place. So let me use this example, right? Let's say you said, you know what, I want this loving, caring, and supportive relationship. You look at your situation where you are today and you said, you know what, I have a relationship. But when you look at it, you're like, it's not supportive, it's not encouraging, it's not caring, it's not what you truly want. But because you're focused on the when or the now, you're not focused on the what. So you try to transform this what into what it is that you truly want. And this is why you constantly feel beat down. So if you're in this relationship, you're putting in all this work, and you're like, you know what? I still feel underappreciated. I still feel unloved. I still feel like the person can't care. And guess what? It's not going to happen. You cannot transform that situation into something that you want, okay? So if you're fighting and you're forcing it, you feel this pull because it's not in your best interest. It's not what you truly wanted. When you decided what you wanted, the universe or your brain, right? Collectively, they're working together to help you obtain it. But you're not getting it because you're actually fighting what is in your best interest, right? So a lot of times we've heard the saying, the flight or fight mentality. This is where your brain and your body picks up on the different things that are going on around you, right? And when it senses that you're in danger, it's like, girl, you need to get up out of here, right? You ever had that feeling? You're like, something ain't right, I gotta go, right? And this is because your body and your brain is always trying to survive. It's always trying to preserve your life. It's trying to do what's in your best interest. So when you start to act out of accordance, right? When you start to do things that are not in your best interest, you feel this pull away from something, right? And it's because your mind or your higher self, your core self, you guys, it is trying to show you that what you're doing is not in alignment with what you want. That's the reason why you're not obtaining it. But also what it's trying to do is it's trying to get you back on the path of least resistance, right? It's trying to get you on the path where you actually enjoy what you're doing. So that way, once you enjoy what you're doing, you're in a higher vibrational state. So then you end up welcoming more of that. Have you ever noticed when you force, even if you did get it, you're like, damn, this one, all that, like, okay, like you like, damn, I did all of that for this, right? It's because your mind and your body was built to experience pleasure and joy, right? So when you are not in that state, when you're operating from a state of anxiousness or desperation, that's all you end up getting. And this is why you hate the journey. And this is why once you get to the destination, you hate the destination, right? This is why no matter what it is you think is going to solve your problem, usually does not solve your problem, right? The destination in itself is the absolute journey. Right? You are meant to be exploring and enjoying this journey the whole time. Like if you ever see my personal Facebook post, right? I talked about how I lost, your girl's down almost 80 pounds. But I talked about how when I lost 20 pounds, I was happy. When I lost 30 pounds, I was happy. When I lost 40 pounds, I was happy. When I lost 50 pounds, I was happy, right? Like I was happy throughout this whole thing. And that's because I realized that journey, the health journey, learning myself, that was the destination. So sometimes you have to sit back and you have to think, is this really going to solve the problem? Is this what I truly want? And if it's not, don't be afraid to just step back and chill, y'all. Right? Like nobody said you have to accomplish this by that date, right? Don't get so caught up in the when or the now that you don't even realize what you're doing and what you want, right? The what does not absolutely add up. So we talked about the relationship, why you kept fighting, right? And you're like, damn, I'm still not getting what it is that I want, right? Because when you put it in your head that you wanted this relationship, you said I wanted a loving and supportive and caring relationship. You did not say that you were going to be doing all the loving. You didn't say that you were going to be doing all the caring. You didn't say that you were going to be the one doing all the work. So when you got into that situation and you're like, damn, I'm doing every single thing, and you feel this level of resistance, it's because that's not what you wanted. So what I want you to do, guys, is take a step back, chill, stop trying too damn hard, okay? Get in tune with yourself, like to the fact when you truly know and trust yourself, your mind, how you feel, your heart, right? Get in tune with yourself. Then map out your desires. Figure out what it is that you truly want. I don't care. Like sometimes we think, oh, people are going to judge me, this, that, and the third. Look, I don't care whatever type of weird, kicky stuff you in. Guess what? There's always something out there for everybody, okay? So map out what it is that you truly want, what you want. Not what somebody else wants for you, not what you think is safe, but whatever it is that you truly want. Then I want you to try to challenge and remove those limiting beliefs, right? Whatever is getting in the way of you obtaining it, whatever mental block that you have. So this is why I talk about it in my coaching program as well as in the Glow Up Academy. I talk about removing those limiting beliefs, right? Or even negative self-talk. So challenge it and remove it because it's not actually serving you. Anything that's not serving you and getting you closer to your higher self, getting you closer to your goal, getting you closer to your state of happiness, I want you to challenge and remove it. And then I also want you to release. So I talked about how we focus on the when or the now, and we're not even focused on the what we truly want. So I want you to release, focus on releasing this feeling of angst, of anxiety, of desperation, right? We talked about law of attraction and your vibrational energy level, right? So when you're operating out of anxiety, you end up attracting more anxiety to you. You end up attracting more stress to you. So I want you to get clear on what you want, and then I want you to release those feelings. And in order to do that, you guys, you have to trust and believe. Number one, trust and believe in yourself. Remember what I said, once you put it out there into the universe, it was going into the universe of whatever your brain, right? Whether you're looking at it spiritually or scientifically, it was going to be delivered for you. But I also want you to trust and believe in yourself. Right? You have this inner compass, and it's always going to be acting in your best interest. And sometimes we got to fine tune it a little bit, like I talked about, challenging and removing those negative beliefs, but it's always trying to do what is best for you, right? This inner compass is like that relationship that you wanted, that loving, caring, and supportive relationship. So it's going to look and see what best serves you. So I want you to trust and believe in yourself. Trust and believe that you will always do what is best for you, right? And when you become more in tune with yourself and what you truly want, right? And you get in that mindset where you understand that you are going to trust and figure it out, right? Then you get to the state of allowance. Okay. And allowance just means you're allowing all of this goodness to flow to you. And in order to get into that state, you guys, number one, you have to be ready. And two, you got to be ready to receive, right? So if you're not ready, right, if you still have this mental block, or if you're still feeling this anxiety, or if you're still caught up in the when and you ain't even worried about the what, then you're not ready, right? And then once you're ready, you're going to be ready to receive whatever it is that was meant for you. You're going to be ready to receive whatever it is that you desire. So I want you to get in tune with yourself, map out your desires, challenge and remove any limiting beliefs, trust and believe in yourself, trust and believe in your brain, spirit, universe, right? Trust and believe, and then release. And you'll see it happen.